and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Back to the road tomorrow, as this is the final game of the Trailblazer homestand. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year, they were decisively swept out of the first round and got left with a bitter taste in their mouths.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year, so certainly a little payback in mind.
Interconference battle tonight, Brett. You could feel the change in atmosphere when you go up against a rival.
No doubt about it.
It's amazing.
Not only the teams are feeling it, but there's something to the fan bases who understand, oh, these guys. I don't care if we win another game, but we want to win this game
one,
tonight.
Yeah. That's important. Here's Johnson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got the game going with his first points of the game for Portland. Here's New Orleans. Jackson with it. Lays it up and banks it in.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
And he makes that one.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Pass to Thompson. Johnson with the block. And he's able to get it back. Thompson with the bucket.
Yeah, Clay with a good nose for the ball there. Sneaks in and does a little dirty work on the inside.
Here's Johnson. Biyombo with it. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all three looks.
Now Jackson. Pass to Valanciunas. And he banks in the layup. Valanciunas has got his second bucket tonight.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Down low. Vonleh. No good. Shot missing. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Portland trailing here.
Take a look at the history of the Portland Trail Blazers, and part of the NBA since 1970, and the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And for the Blazers, a lot of ups and downs with their history.
A lot of wins, but the franchise has been a bit cursed with some major injuries in the last 15 years. You think of guys like Greg Oden, the first pick in the draft, Bill Walton back in the 70s, and the ankle injuries that he had to deal with. That young team felt like they were going to run the West for quite some time, and those injuries really hurt and devastated the fan base in Portland.
That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Now here's Johnson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
No good from Valanciunas.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Now here's Johnson. 13 feet away on the wing. Johnson. Clock at 6. Here's Biyombo. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Biyombo's got 6.
Now, Booker's a good passer, becoming better in that area, and he knows how to work the ball around.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
To the paint. Now, here's Bagley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And they'll keep possession. The Blazers keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock. Pass to Holmes. Back to Johnson. Here's Zeller. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Johnson. That shot off. Nice D from Valanciunas. And Porter, here we go. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And the ceiling so high for Porter. A versatile, effective forward who does so many things well.
Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
But that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. New Orleans on top. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
Pass to Mejri. Back to Davis. A second chance effort. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
New Orleans making a switch here. Trailblazers trailed by 5. Johnson surveying the floor. Out to the right wing. And there's the call on measure. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things. Rotations and playing angles. And having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end. And 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Here's Zeller. That shot misses. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. And good that time. Measury's got the lead up to 7 now for New Orleans.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Porter. Holmes with the steal. Johnson attacking. Here's Zeller. And it falls over the rim and in. Zeller's got 4 points in the quarter. New Orleans leading by 5. To the middle. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Lamb. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
His versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board. Well, entering the league, Devin Booker really had some troubles on the defensive end. So as much as we talk about offensively him trying to get better, on the defensive end he needs to learn how to be in better positions.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Zeller over Valanciunas. And he recovers it. Holmes. Rebounded by Valanciunas.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Holmes throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. In the corner, it's Valanciunas. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
For Portland, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Free throw drops for Lamb. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. The kick out to Lopez. Here's Valanciunas. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
The defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
To the left wing. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Brokoff. Got a piece of it.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Thompson outside to the paint. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Count it. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 8 now for New Orleans. Johnson outside. Pass to Johnson. Back to Johnson. Brokoff. Inside. Johnson can't hit.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
And so it's New Orleans. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
Johnson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Good. Nice play there from Vonleh.
When he shoots the jumper in rhythm, that's when good things happen for Vonleh.
The drive by Jackson. To the inside. No good from Valanciunas. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference, and that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision, and they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
And the dogged attitude of Bagley. When shots go up, he wants to be the first to pounce on misses.
Bucket is good. Pelicans leading by 8. On the wing, Porter. Up top, Valanciunas. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Pass to Dinwiddie. There's the triple. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Now here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Knocked away. Off his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Bagley. High post, Davis. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Bagley. Davis with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson with some nice D. Trailblazers trail by 13.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. That one good for 2. And it's 6 points for Eric Bledsoe.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Dinwiddie. There's the triple. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Dinwiddie's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers. It's Jackson with the drive. Davis with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. I think those are necessary things.
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might have
like
been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying. And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
Pass to Labissiere. And here's Jackson. Back to Labissiere. Jackson trying to break free. Labissiere, no good.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. Offline from the top of the key. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his first foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. There's 1:26 left in the third. Inside. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead, and in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
1:11 left in the third quarter. Here's Jackson. High post, Davis. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And there's the call on measure. That's his third foul of the game. 58 seconds left to play here in the third. There's the three. And it's blocked. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Geez, shot is off. Pass to Holmes. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw missing. And that trip coming up empty. Missing both. New Orleans leading by 10. To the paint. Outside for Davis. Count it. Davis has got 8 points in the quarter.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Rebounded by Jackson.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
With 4 seconds on the clock, Johnson gets the bucket.
Booker effective that time, close to the basket, taking his time to cash in. Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a... And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Trailblazers trail by 12. Yep, it counts. Johnson's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Portland.
And Booker getting more and more comfortable fighting through NBA defenses. He used his ability there to get through contact.
Here's Davis. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Portland the foul. And both free throws good for Davis. Johnson with it. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pelicans making a switch here. Here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Chi. Now measuring. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it goes down 2 points. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Johnson left side. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Devin Booker is flat out a scoring machine. He shoots a pretty decent percentage from everywhere on the floor.
To the middle. Holmes. Portland needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Checking in the Pelicans.
Now Porter. Thompson outside. Valanciunas in the high post. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Lamb. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Lopez inside. And another turnover here by New Orleans.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Making a change here. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We got to wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We got to seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game has broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
And he makes the first.
And one of the youngest rookies when he came into the NBA, Bagley reclassified in high school so he could get to college a year early.
Did you ever think, Brent, that we'd see this many players, 6'10", 6'11", 7-footers, handling the ball and shooting like we're seeing them shoot from that kind of distance?
I'm hopeful for it. I've been hopeful for it, and it doesn't surprise me about what the league is. This is a very select group of people that have the right combination of DNA and genetics, and the fact that these guys are more and more capable with their skill set, not a surprise to me, Kevin.
So fun to watch, too. My goodness. Can he keep it going? That's good on the jump shot. 15 points for Johnson.
Tough to guard Devin Booker on a quick pick and roll with his size and speed. He can be very dangerous in these sets.
Now here's Bagley. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Pass to Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Drops in the layup for 2. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Yeah, shooting at a very high percentage right now. This one extending the lead.
Thompson with it. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Holmes. Over Lopez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. And he makes both free throws. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Porter. A deep 3 from Thompson. Can't connect from long distance.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
And how about the confidence Bogdanovich displayed there? This guy's a clutch shooter who loves being the man when the spotlight's on.
New Orleans moving the ball around. Holmes with the steal.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, but you still got to play this one out. Near impossible, but I've seen stranger things happen.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him. 54 seconds left in the fourth. Thompson outside.
Well, Booker asserting himself on the defensive end that time. He has good size and enough speed to annoy the opposing scorer.
Count! And now they trail by just 4.
Always tough to work the closer you get to the basket. Nice job of finding an angle on the pass there.
26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. And now we've got the intentional foul. It's the first that puts them up by 5. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And that one hits back iron.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
So New Orleans wins it. A narrow win under difficult.